Hi everyone, welcome to the real stage for Unilever Oleochemical Indonesia. And this is the real stage for all the participants who have been going through the performance and also the practice during the past 6 months. They have been honing their communication skills in English as well as their public speaking skills. And today is the real challenge for them to basically perform their best duties. Now, this real stage will be divided into two segments. Today's real stage will be divided into two segments. The first segment is the afternoon segment, and then after lunch, we will have another segment for the first batch in this real stage. And today, roughly, we will have 20, roughly 15 to 16 participants that will be performing. And then we will continue the real stage, the part two for the second batch on Friday later on. And stay tuned for all the real stage participant and the schedules. And today we have already had very distinguished participants who will be performing first in front of our screen. And we have participants, the first participants that will be Satrio Eko Wicaksono, who will go live soon. But before that, let me brief everyone who have been listening in this YouTube channel or watching in this YouTube channel. The first thing is one participant is allocated to 5 8 minutes speech, and then there will be some feedback from the judges, some simple comments from the judges, and all the scores for each participant will be documented on a separate occasion via the Google feedback form. And all participants are now currently already in on the studio, and also they are practicing all the physical distancings and all the health protocols before this performance. And I have already had the first participant, that is Satrio Eko Wicaksono, who I will invite momentarily. And let us just directly invite Satrio Eko Wicaksono on screen. Hi, Eko.
Hi, Pamesh.
Hi. Yes, you are visible and you are audible. Now, I would like to invite you to present your speech directly. But would you mind to remove your mask first in the purpose of just for the purpose of the speech? Thank you so much. All right. Just for the speech, you remove your mask, but afterwards you would put on back your mask after the speech. All right. So without further ado, let me welcome the first participant who will present us wonderful speech today. Satrio Eko Wijaksono. Time and place is yours.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Introduce me. I'm Eko, and today I will present you a speech about freedom, about escape. I will present you a speech about escapism. Have you ever felt that your daily life is so boring, so monotone, so banal? Have you ever felt that you had a problem so hard you can't even see the light in the end of the tunnel? Have you ever seen that there is no hope, there is no more feel? But you can get on somewhere you like going to Jogja, going to Bali, playing some video games, and suddenly all that burden doesn't feel so hard anymore. That is escapism. Escapism is an effort that you do to distract you from your daily life, from your depression, from your problem. It seems good, right? And it's feel good. It's feel very good. Escapism is supported by our modern daily life. We have movie industry, we had serial TV, we had movies, comic book, and every reality show. It's supported by our modern daily life, but there's a but. You can get addicted easily to escape. You can forget how to live in the real world because you've been escaped for so long. You forget how it feels, how rough it is in this real world. Addiction. What is addiction? If you heard about our addiction, we suddenly talk about narcotics or alcoholic beverage. But there's another kind of addiction that's often forgotten. It is a behavioral addiction. Behavioral addiction is like shopping, or if you know it, it's called shopaholic, binge eating, over workout, over stressing, and also overworking is also included in behavioral addiction. I once fall into the behavioral addiction at the final year of my college degree. I was waiting for my machine for my bachelor thesis to be done. There's nothing else to do. Everything is prepared, but I just need to wait. I spend my time playing video games. At the first, I only play for 1 to 2 hours a day, but suddenly the numbers go up. I play almost 24 hours. I forgot to sleep. I forgot to eat. Even when the games doesn't feel nice anymore, it doesn't evoke my sense of fulfillment. It just become a daily chore. I actually don't know exactly how I can escape from that. It may be external or internal factor, but thankfully I got escape. I uninstall my game. I forgot I do my bachelor thesis, and I got here today. But why? Why activities we done that make us happy can make us addicted to it? Uh, in a short way, there's an primal software in our brain that make us program to seek happiness, to seek food, to seek warmth. And when we got it, we get the taste of it, we crave it for more. That creates a positive feedback loop. It only reinforce, and stronger and stronger until we get addicted to it. That reward system is actually good, but it overused in easy and complacent life today. That's why we can get addicted. But it, it's so scary to get addicted in escapism. But is escapism is bad? I can say so. Why? Because the antonym of escaper is a jailer. The antonym of freedom is oppression. It's not bad to escape once in a while. It's healthy even though. It's healthy to take a break for a moment. That's why Sunday is a thing, right? We get a holiday once a week to escape from our daily life. But like everything else in the world, moderation is always the key. Don't take it too much, don't take it too little. Just take it just enough for you. And only you and only us that know how much is enough. So, what's the lesson that I want to show you? That human always seek to escape, always seek to find happiness in our daily life, whether it's from shopping, playing video games, watching movies. But human nature is prone to addiction. That brings us to the second point of my speech, that moderation is always the key. Just take it enough, don't take it too much, don't take it too little. And the third one, everyone needs escape once in a while. Everyone needs to take a break, to transit, forget their cargo for a while, but don't forget, our home is in the real world. It's not in the fantasy world. We got here, we got Earth, we got us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Satrio Eko Wicaksono. What a wonderful speech. And would you mind to put on your mask back before we hear comments from our judges? We have several distinguished judges who are together with us in this room. And I would like to first hear the comment from the judges from SML1. And the first judges that I would like to invite would be Sir Nico Makmur. Would you mind to give some comments on the performance?
All right. Is my voice clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Officer.
Amazing. Amazing speech from Satrio Eko Wicaksono. I especially love the way you give pause in the beginning when you said that several phrases in the very beginning. The pause was amazing. It creates more drama and it captivated our attention. And one thing that you did really, really good was the closing. It was extremely well. You wrapped up all the things that you delivered at the end, at the closing, and you reminded us on what we should do. So after this speech, now we know that our reality is not in fantasy world but in real world. So we have to keep grounded on reality. That is amazing, amazing. One thing that I can help, one thing that you can pay attention more and to improve is on the pronunciation, especially on the on pronouncing the consonant, right? So if you pay more attention on stressing the consonant on every word, I believe that your pronunciation would be so much more clearer and people would understand your speech better. I think that's it. Well done for the opening and the closing. Keep that up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Nico, for the feedback. And I would remove you from the screen and I would invite another speaker or another judges to give feedback. I would like to invite, is there any comment from Ms. Asniati Lubis? Bu Asniati Lubis.
Okay, thank you, Pamashri, but I cannot connect to the camera because
It's okay.
I'm not in a public in a personal area. Okay, very very interesting and exciting to listen to the topics about the escapism.
Bism.
How can I pronounce it? Because
Escapism.
escapism. Because it's a very very relevant topics that you bring during this unprecedented situation. So it give me the like knowledge and new knowledge on that, and then give the personal thinking to me as well. Like Paniko mentioned before, to be honest, at the beginning, I'm quite struggling in listening. Maybe it's because the pronunciation and because you are the first participant. So I can see that so many butterflies in your stomach, but it's normal. Don't worry, Echo. Everybody is experience the same things. Don't compare you with Pamashuri or Haniko because they are truly professional. But the second things that I need to comment on your positive, your confidence, because I know exactly as a fresh graduate and joining Unilever as your first job, and your confidence level is very very good, excellent. I think Pamashuri and the team is succeeded in improving the confidence level in speaking English language. So to me, just so that to me, it's a gesture is important as well. Maybe because we are Indonesian, so is you are Japanese, so you are not too expressive in showing your gesture, but in our really life when we are talking to the expat, the gesture is really really help us in choosing like some of the vocabulary which is very limited for us. To me, Echo is the first participant. Well done. Keep up your spirit, please. Thank you, Pamashuri.
Thank you, Bu Asniati Lubis. I would remove you from the screen. All right, Eko. Now I would like to invite one more speaker, one more judges to give you comment, and that would be from Miss Lisa, whom you have met in the early of our course. So let us listen from Miss Lisa for what she can say about your performance.
Okay, thank you, Pak Mash. Hello, Echo. Good morning. How is the feeling? Then I know that it's too hard actually when we become the first participant. But the things that I like from you, Echo, is I still remember the first day I met you, even though that I don't met you directly through offline, but I met you is in a virtually, and it's just amazing. Do you know I'm so happy because like Pak Nico mentioned at the end of the speech, I love the conclusions. It's really hit the topic right now, especially like in here's the one main points that I think that I like it, that the conclusions about the take it enough, not it too much. It's also not a detail. This is the conclusions of the message. Like it's really hit to the points that humans always seek happiness. This is like you conclude all the story and you did a very good conclusions. Then the second things that I like it the most, it's you insert your personal story. So it's really relate to your own daily life, and it also can relate to audience that right now that listening about your performance. But the things like for the next performance, I think that if I can meet you again, like in here, it would be better just now. No worry, that's the key points that I think the eye contact. Because Pak Nico had mentioned about the pronunciations and also another judges, because the eye contact, when the eye contact, you look to the camera itself, it really can make us as the audience that listens to your speech, then it's like more, we like feel like more okay and okay. Like just now in the conclusions, I really wait that you look to the camera and tell us it's about, okay, human is always seek happiness. Remember, take it enough, not too much, not too little. Reality is not only, this is all the conclusion when you mention, if you look to the camera, the eye contact can hit to the audience, I do believe it will be better. This is, I think, the first, the things that I wish later on also to another participants, because when we can see the eye contact, the message can hit directly to the audience. But overall, I like your performance. Satrio, I wish I can meet you again for the next time. Good luck. Good
Thank
job.
you, Miss
Well
Lisa,
done.
for the feedback. And for Echo, I think lastly, for me, I think I'm proud that you have gone so far to take up the challenge as the first speaker in this session. It's not easy. As Asniati said, there are many butterflies, or you feel nervous in front of, or this is the first time you perform on YouTube. It's okay, but you have conquered yourself and you have performed really well. Congratulations. I hope to see your transformation again in the near future. Thank you so much, Echo. You are allowed to remove yourself from the screen. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Now we have done with the first speaker. We are going to the second speaker, and the second speaker from Unilever participants will be live soon. And let's just give 30 seconds break for all the judges to fill in all the feedback form so that we can give personal feedback to these participants later on after the event. Now let us go to the 30 seconds break for a moment. We'll come back really, really soon. Welcome back to Real Stage for Unilever Oleochemical Indonesia. Now, as I promised, we have our second participant ready on the backstage. The second participant will be going live really, really soon. And let me invite our second participant, that is Muhammad Robith Hadromi, to be on screen together with me. Hi, Robith.
Hi, Pak.
Yes, you are audible and you are visible now. Now, momentarily, I will put you on screen on the front stage, and you will go to perform your speech, basically. Now, without further ado, I would like to allow you to continue or to begin to comment your speech. Let us welcome Muhammad Robith Hadromi.
Pak Mas, can I take out my mask first?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Would you mind to please remove your mask first and then put that back on after your speech?
Okay, Pak.
Yeah.
Hi.
All right. So let us directly begin. Muhammad Robith Hadromi.
Thank you, Pak Mas, for the opportunity. I'm Robit, and today I would like to share something about our mind. Something we usually forget to think, or should we think about it? So let us just begin. Firstly, good afternoon, viewers. This greeting is important because You have to realize that now you are in the daytime of 12 April 2021 and you are now watching me. Why is it so important to realize what are you doing now? Because do you ever blame yourself because something in your past, or if you ever feel so many burden in your shoulder if you think about your future, or have you forgotten what you did a minute before you attend this session? Why it's so important? Well, we will discuss it deeper later. So that's called mindfulness. Is what I want to present today. Mindfulness means living the present life. According to Cambridge Dictionary, mindfulness is being intentionally more aware and awake to each moment and being fully engaged to what is happening in your surrounding with acceptance and no judgment. Simply said, mindfulness is live the life consciously, noticing what is happening right now. Mindfulness is something important for nowadays. We are now all in the midst of the pandemic when we have to run the condition, the situation, but we don't even know where's the finish line. We start to imagine what the future look like. We appears to hallucinate the life before pandemic. But with the mindfulness, we can avoid the apprehensive and killing the life. So how we can get the mindfulness? One of the practice I learned from Mr. Reza Gunawan as self-healing practitioner, it's called meet the breath method. So you just let your breath flow to your body and exhale it willfully. Just do it 3 times. So just let the breath flow to your body and wait to release it. Do it 3 times until you feel that your body just take the breath by themselves and release it. Close your eyes and you can feel more relaxed. After that, you have to feel the breath, but not to instruct it. If you have met the breath, it will help if you hold your each fingers like this, a minute for each, and touch it gently, as soft as you touch baby's finger. And it ended with feel your center of your palm and meet your breath again. It will give you a positive reinforcement. This helped me a lot to cope with the stresses life. Well, my to-do list start to piling up and I'm confused where I have to start. My mind appears to travel, like if I do a job, so the other job can be done. If I do B job, the other assignment can be finished in the due date. So I take a pause and take a seat and do those exercises to clear up my mind from those toxic thoughts. That really helped me. You might try it sometimes, but don't wait till you find the chaotic mind. Because if you do that things, the body will heal your mirror sickness to support your sanity. So here's the thing. Life is not about meeting your future expectation or blaming your past decision. Life is about the life mindfully. So you might travel to your future, plan your 5 years, 10 years plan forward. You might also visit your past to imagine what if life if you had chosen other choices. But if those things start to complicate it and perpetual in your mind, hang in there, have a seat, and think mindfully. because you do not live in your future, neither your past. You live in your present life. So just walk the walk mindfully. Thank you. Back to you, Pak Mesh.
Thank you so much, Muhammad Robit Hadromi. That is very interesting gestures as well. And it's a new thing for me to learn about mindfulness and how to take up my breathing. And that is lovely that I listen it from you. Now, an incredible performance. Let us hear from our judges. How is your performance and what are the comments from there? I would like to first invite Pak Ramesh. Pak Ramesh, would you mind, to give some comments on our participants?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it was a nice talk actually by Ravi. It was a nice talk, and the flow was very free actually. So you didn't get stuck in between or the things what you wanted to communicate. You communicated well. In a smiley face. I could say that. I mean, done well. Done well. You tried well, but some of the I couldn't accept the mindfulness definition what you said and whatever you explained fully. But okay, we don't need to get into that one. But I mean, on the overall, I mean, the flow, the way in which you communicated the information, and in between you give us a very good message of some kind of exercise kind of thing, and that was all things are very nice actually. It was a good show actually. Well done, Rohit. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pak Ramesh. Now I would like to remove you from the screen. Wow, that is a good comment from our judges. Let us listen to another judges who will give feedback. Now, this time I would like to invite the judges from SML1. That would be Saniko.
Hi, Robith. That was an amazing speech. I was mind blown, literally amazing. Now, the first time when I see you take off your mask, it was eye catching. Why? The smile. All right. As a public speaker, as someone performing in front, being likable, right, is utmost important. And when you start with that smile, I like you directly. That is amazing. Second thing is your hand gestures. You show us on how to do things, and you show us your palm as well, meaning that you are very open and engaged to the audience. That was also well done. And I love when you said you can try it sometimes, meaning that you are not only doing one-way speech, but you try to engage your best to the audience on the other side of the camera. And at that moment, you say you can try it sometimes, I secretly try it. And that was great, right? You want the audience to be engaged with you. Now, one thing that I can add for your future development is on the vocal variety on the lower part of the pitch. All right, especially when you want to close your speech, when you said the last quote, it goes something like this: if those things starts to swirl in your mind, remember to be mindful. Something that part, right? Now, if it is up to me to deliver it, I would try to use my lower part of my pitch. It would go something like this: if those thoughts start to swirl in your mind, remember to be mindful. All right, so play with your lower part of the pitch so that it creates more seriousness and more depth to the speech and the quote. But after all, that was a very amazing speech. Keep your smile up. Tetap ramah, Pak Robit. Back to Mesh.
Thank you, Sariko, for the feedback. So people love your smile, Robert. All right. Now, I would like to invite the last judge for you today to give some comments. And I would like to invite Pak Andi Mukamil. Pak Andi, would you mind to give some comments to
Yes, Pak. Thank you. Very good performance, Robert. At the beginning, seems it's quite nervous, but you are improving a lot. And I'm not really agree with the smile. No, at the beginning, it's very difficult to see your smile. But in the end of the session, seems that you are enjoying the session already, improving a lot in terms of the gesture and other things. And congratulations, Robin. I mean, this is a very good progress on the English part. Thank you, Pak Masuri. Thank you, Robin.
All right, thank you, Pak Andi. For I do you have something more to tell, Pak Andi?
No, thank you, Pak. Finish.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yes, thank you so much, Pak Andi, for the feedback. Well done, Robith, for the performance. Yeah, as the second participant, and congratulations, you have done really well as well today. And I hope that you keep on progressing. And I can't wait to meet you again in the near future to see your future transformation. All the best for your future endeavors, and we'll see you again. Thank you, Robith. All right, everyone. That is the second participant. We have concluded for the second participant. Now we'll proceed to the third participant. And as the previous precedents, that we will have 30 seconds for all the judges to fill in the feedback form, and then we'll call up our next participant. Welcome back, everyone, to the real stage for Unilever Oleochemical Indonesia. And the next participant is ready on the backstage. Now let us invite our third participant, Haris Fikran Taufik, to be on screen together with us. Hi, Haris.
Hi, Bames.
Hi. Yes, you're audible and you're visible. Would you mind to remove your mask for the purpose of this speech?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So without further ado, do you have any questions, Haris? Are you ready?
Yes, sure.
Yes. All right. That is lovely spirit. Now, without further ado, let me hand over this stage to you. So good luck, Haris Fikran Taufik, for the third participant.
Okay. Thank you, Bames, for the opportunity. Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Haris. I'm UI trainee for quality. And today I would like to talk about the internship, the importance of internship during college. So for me, college life is the most exciting stage in my life. You can do anything, literally. You can join a club, you can join a competition, create your own event, and even create or make your own organization, of course, with certain conditions. Besides that, you can make a lot of friends. You can explore the things you've never experienced before. And the most exciting thing, you can apply what you learn in the class on many things, such as research in the laboratory or engineered stuff in the workshop. Besides all the things, all the activities I've said earlier, there is one thing that maybe you've heard before. It's called internship. So have you ever heard that? If no, let me tell you. So internship, based on Department Political Science of Ohio University, it is an opportunity to integrate career into your education based on planned and supervised works. In simple, so internship is an opportunity to join an organization so you can gain real world experience. After hearing that, if you may recall, have you ever joined once in your time during college? I had once, actually, in my time during college, since it is an obligatory of my major. Once I thought that internship is overrated. Why? Because my friends, the story from my friends and also the one that I've experienced, usually or most of the time you will get the first week of introduction, and for the rest of the month you will be clueless of what you're gonna do. But the things changed when I graduated and joined a big company such as Unilever. So having an internship is supposed to be a privilege for you to gain real business environment. By joining or having an internship, you can explore, not just learn about the business units in the company. You can also learn how to communicate with people from different ages. You can learn to coordinating with diverse departments, and you have real project and many more. So data from JobStreet in 2020 shows that students who have internship are 75% more likely to be hired than who don't. So why is it happen? So basically, the company will look for people who more experienced, and by having an internship, it will be a really big plus value for you as a fresh graduate, since you are new but you already experienced it. It's really a good choice for the company to hire. So if we recall the story of my friends and what I've experienced, so is it not counted as an internship? So basically, it is still counted, but it's not a good place to be chosen as a place to have internship. Especially if you want to have a great experience. So to sum up my speech today, having an internship is really important for you, since it gives you experience and expose you to how business environment works. Then, in addition, it also gives you higher possibility to be hired by companies. But remember that research deeply for the place you want to participate in, so you won't be disappointed when you already join in the organization. So I hope my speech today gives you insight and will be beneficial for you. Thank you for listening to me, and see you. Thank you, Bames. I think I give it to you.
Thank you so much, Haris. There is a lovely performance as well, and I liked it so much. And you are fully prepared to give your best today. Now, let us hear from all the other judges, I think 1 to 3 judges, to see how they comment on your performance. Let me welcome the first judges to give comment. That would be our trainer, Miss Lisa Chan.
Hello, Haris. Okay, Haris, the things that I really liked most from your speech that today is about the spirit. Then I can feel that the spirit when I listen to your speech, especially just now in the beginnings. Like I'm curious, like why you like to take this topic. But at the end, after I listen to these topics, that I feel like, okay, this is not only can just get it for the person who like to find a job, the things like it's also the message that you can do the best to relate to everyone's and the audience that listens. Okay, so the things that I like the most, it's just like an amazing speech. You put also your personal story, you share your own experience. Then do you know the things that I really like from you? You put the data. 75% It's 75% of persons that having the internship, they got the opportunity higher than the persons that they do not have the internship. The data that you take, even you tell us the source and everything, this is make us as the audience that listen trust it more. It is not only about a personal story, but you also insert the some data. But the things that I think one things that you can improve more, if I can listen just more about how the internship can impact to your career right now, which is that you mentioned that you join the internship as well, then you might be that get the job better, but how the impact more after you really in the real field. If this one you can insert more your personal story, it make the audience can understand more like, okay, this is good to join internship. Who knows, sometimes like you think like, do I need to join the internship? But I thought I listen to your story, the data, your story, and you like giving a testimonial, you join the internship, giving you impact to your own career right now. I think it's more amazing. But overall, then Harris, you done a very good job. This is like what we call like enlightenment for those that would like to join the internship or no. But thank you so much for sharing. I wish that I can meet you again for the next speeches. See you.
Thank you, Miss Lisa, for the comments for Haris. Now, let me invite another judges to give some comments on Haris. And I would like to invite Pak Kukuh Imantioko for some comments, Pak Kukuh.
Yeah. Hi, Haris. Excellent. And it's very inspiring to hear. It feels like that you are part of the internship and you are telling a story about it. So that's very nice. The thing that you need to improve is basically for the consistency, especially from the beginning to the end. So in the beginning, your speech structure is very good. It's very, very nice and it's really structured. But towards the end, seems that you are forgetting something and you are trying to adjust. And it looks that you still looks a bit nervous to me. So I think by continuously improve and continuously, let's say that you are speaking in front of the mirror or you are more making more of the public speech, then it can be improved. I'm totally sure for it. So it's a great and keep it up, Haris. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Kukuh, for the short comments on the performance of Haris. Thank you so much. Now, let me invite our trainers once more, that is Sir Nico, to give the final comments before I let you go from the screen. Hi, Sir Nico. Do you have anything you want to say or convey to Haris?
Yes, I just want to say that I was amazed by the data collection, meaning that you really put effort in doing research, right? And those data from Ohio and data from basically you gave data and journals to support your comments, to support your speech, and that was amazing. And I think that's all from mine, because I believe that the other trainers have covered everything.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nico. Yes, thank you so much.
Just keep up the data. That data helps a lot.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you, Sir Nico. All right, Haris, well done for this performance. I know that this is not easy. This is the first time that you go on live on YouTube. That is a huge achievement, and I'm proud that you guys have done that. And continue progressing, continue being better, because you have a bright future ahead of yourself. So thank you so much. And now I would like to invite the next participant. Thank you so much, Haris. All the best for your future endeavor. All right, everybody. Now we will come back in 30 seconds just for the next speaker to come in and also present. Now, this 30 seconds will also be given to the judges to fill in the judging form on the Google form. All right. Without further ado, let's go. Welcome back, everyone. Now we have our fourth participants ready on the backstage. Now I would like to invite our participant to go on screen together with me. Hi, Cindy Aprilia.
Hi, Pames.
Hi, that's lovely to hear from you. You are audible and you are visible now on YouTube. Would you mind, before we begin our speech, remove your mask for the purpose of this speech?
Sure. First, I will remove my mask.
All right. Now, let us begin. Are you ready, Cindy?
I'm ready, Pak.
That is lovely. The spirit is great. Now, without further ado, let me welcome you on stage for your performance. The next participant is Cindy Aprilia.
Okay. Thank you for Pak Mas for giving me this opportunity. Good morning, everyone. Before we begin, let me introduce myself briefly. I'm Cindy, UI trainee for IT, and I come from HR department. In this particular opportunity, I would like to share you about self-love. Have you ever wondered that many people, have you ever wondered when your loved one or your related person have a special day, such as a birthday, anniversary, or something special day like graduation date, you used to give them a present to show your love or to appreciate their achievement in life. But let us consider it. Have you ever thanked yourself? What you have been through in life, or when is the last time you give yourself that to appreciate what you have been through in life? Many people nowadays think that self-love is just an overblown theory, and they also often ignore that its importance. Um, Even though people nowadays prefer to be perfect and they think that being a perfectionist is a greater asset than self-love. But we also don't know that 70% of studies say that self-love can remove or at least decrease the depression and anxiety at bay. Um, I also consider that our modern society shape us in such a way that they are set us like compete each other, and we have to against each other, and even we have to against ourselves. Example, like we have to working for long hours, we getting a less sleep, and we are being tired, but we don't even feel the happiness inside just to match the expectations set up by the society. That's why here I just want to share you about the self-love. Self-love, we can appreciate what we have through in life and what we are doing in life. With the self-love, we can always expect the happiness from the external sources, but we have to build in our inside. And the person who practice the self-love also don't need to expect their happiness on other. And like example, um, our ourself, we can also make ourselves in priority. So the basic fundamental of self-love is not a selfish. We have to remember that self-love is not a selfish. But self-love, you just need put yourself on the first place and not being too hard to yourself. Appreciate yourself, be thankful of yourself, and we can also find the happiness inside and not expecting from the other or from the external sources. Something that we need to remember also that we all need love, but mostly we just wasting our energy on loving others. Yes, I agree that we all need love, but Do we produce enough love for ourselves? We have to consider that. And for our next time, when we find that a little voice inside our head saying that you are not good enough, you are so bad at working, or you are not deserve it, the first step to be a self-love person, you have to remember that you are only a human. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to not reaching your goals. It's okay to not be perfect, but you have to accept yourself and you have to improve yourself just to find your happiness. And for the last gift that we have to remember is our first and our last love is self-love. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you so
Pak Mes.
much. Thank you so much, Cindy Aprilia, for your reminder that we should love ourselves. It's about self-loving. Now, let me invite our judges to give some comments on your performance. Now, I would like to first invite Seniko Makmur for the comments in this session for Cindy. Hi, Seniko.
Hi, Mesh, and hi, Cindy. That was that was a great speech talking about loving yourself, self-love, and so on and so forth. And I think in this era, people need it so much, right? People keep competing on others, and they forget to love themselves and to give themselves a break. And that was a good reminder for everyone who are listening. Well done for bringing up this topic. One part that I love is at the closing. Yeah, you're welcome. One thing that I love from that speech was at the closing, you bring up that little paper and just to show us that your first love, basically you have the quotes over there and then you show it to the audience. And I think it gave more clarity to understand more, because sometimes, from apart from the camera, sometimes there are voices, lags, and so on and so forth. And using that technique, you enhances the clarity given to the audience towards the end, and that was an amazing thing. And one thing that I can give you is that I really do hope that it adds you add a little bit of a story on how you try, on how you struggle, and how you heal from self-love, basically the experience. All right, because you telling us about all the self-love we have to self-love ourselves, sometimes when we don't listen to your story and how you love yourself, it is hard for us to relate. But when you tell us your personal stories on how you deal with loathing yourself, and then finally you find it that you have to love yourself and you heal from that and you improve, that would help the audience to relate so much more. So I think I want to recap. First, I love it that you give that little paper to add some more clarity to the audience. And one thing you can add is the story, your personal story. I hope that helps. Back to Mesh.
Thank you so much, Seniko, for the quick comments on the performance for Cindy. Now, let me invite the judges from Unilever. Unilever, Pak Marnangkok Butar-Butar. Pak Marnangkok, would you mind to give some comments to Cindy?
Yep. Hi, Cindy. It was a very amazing performance, and it's lovely indeed. It is a lovely indeed story, and you're quite lucky because you're not in the first place when the session is open, but the way you telling the stories, the way you use tools is amazing. It's amazing. It's one of the eye opener for everybody. So it's like, okay, I'm maybe not quite do something in different way, but while you put one of the tools, which is the quotes in the very nice background, it is a goosebump. Everyone is actually, I expected that you can put it more a second or two more. So don't just flip it on and then in a second it goes out. But maybe as a recommendation, you can put it, because it will be a tagline. Your first and your last love is yourself.
something like that, and people will very focus on that. And you did it well, but maybe you can hold it more for 1 or 2 seconds. It will be much better. But overall, actually, the performance was very good, and I'm very sure that you'll have very bright future. And then I do believe also you are the one who are love yourself, and maybe you can teach us furthermore for all the rest who in this session. We can have you can raise a session to everyone, actually, how we can start to love ourselves with this particular working environment. So it was a lovely, Cindy. Good luck.
Thank you, Pak
I think,
Marako,
I think
for.
that's all from me, Mas.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pak Marako, for the feedback. Now, I would like to invite another judges from Unilever. I think here we have Dian, Ibu Dian, for the feedback, for some short comments to Cindy. Would you mind? Yeah. Time and place is yours.
Hello, Cindy. Can you hear my voice?
Halo Pak, halo Budian.
Very well done, Cindy. Still look a bit nervous for me, and that's understandable. Sometimes I see that you still look for other places when you try to remember the speech. But you have put the fact, maybe sharing the source will make people more convinced. So the last thing, I really like when you explain the difference between self-love and selfish. Sorry. So that's from me.
Thank you, Budian. Thank you, Budian, for the
Budian.
comment. That is lovely, Cindy. I know that this is the first time for you as well to go on YouTube. And so it is very understandable that sometimes we could feel nervous. But what I can say is that the flow of the speech was amazing and everything went smoothly. And we can get your point really directly. And that is a huge point for your performance. And I really applaud that you put your effort to do your best in front of all of us. Thank you so much, Cindy. All the best for the future endeavors. And I would like to see your transformation again in the near future. Thank you so much, Cindy. All right, everybody. Now, all the participants have gone back to the backstage, and I would like to basically give 30 seconds for all the judges to fill in the feedback form on the Google Sheet. All right, coming up next, that will be the last participant before we go for lunch break. And this participant is somebody that will deliver an amazing performance as well, I hope. And I would like to directly invite Dina Yanti Okasari Sinaga to be on stage together with me. Hi, Dina. All right. Would you mind to remove your mask first for the purpose of this speech, and you will put your mask back on later on after the speech? All right. Would you mind to try your voice and yeah.
Yes.
All right. You're visible, yes, and you are audible now. All right. Without further ado, Dina, are you ready?
Yes.
That is lovely. So without further ado, let us welcome our fifth participant for today, for this afternoon, Dina Yanti Okasari Sinaga, for the speech. Time and place is...
Hello friends, it's me Dina, who will share a little about the first experience of being a wanderer in Surabaya and how to survive there during so many limited conditions. I moved to Surabaya in 2012 to continue my study at a university there, and also spent living period for about 4 years. I have never experienced of being a wanderer before, and this was my first time living in foreign land. The first, it is important for us to find detailed or at least basic information about the destination area, and also to find relatives who lives there and can guide us when we first arrive. I myself didn't have any family in Surabaya at all. I only had seniors from the same senior high schools. They assisted me in my first need when I was arrived in Surabaya for the first time, starting from finding the nearest boarding house from the campus, campus registration, and also early introduction to the campus area. The second, it is advisable for us to find family figure who could be contacted during emergencies. For example, sick condition. This family figure are not only adults. They can also be in the terms of boarding house owner, seniors, and even our schoolmates. I myself grateful that during my living period in Surabaya, I have never experienced serious illness nor stayed in the hospital. But what I am grateful is that I found some friends who cared me a lot. Especially when I was sick, they came to my boarding house, brought me medicine and foods, and also encouraged me for speedy recovery. The third, it is advisable for us to manage or to be wise in good relationship. Positive communities will lead us to success, whereas the negative communities will lead us to destruction. During my living period in Surabaya, I was actively involved in several organizations. One of the organizations I joined was the new established student associations in my campus. These student associations gave me so many exciting yet interesting experience, such as especially through my responsibilities as the first general treasurer. During my period as general treasurer, I had the opportunities to develop a smart financial management in a very limited conditions, to prepare a regeneration program for the student associations, to actively involve in our first big annual event. These student associations also gave me so many spaces in terms of ideas and creativity. The fourth, worship is one of the things should not left behind. I always remembered and carried out my mom's message for not leaving my personal or even weekly worship at the church. These worship activities can keep us away from the negative things that might come along. The fifth, it is very important for us to manage our financial conditions wisely. Financial condition is one of the aspects that is quite critical for a wandering life. My mom gave me barely enough money at the time. I need to make sure that the money sent by my mom could be able to meet my needs in 1 month. Therefore, I usually applied for a budget for 1 month, starting from boarding house rent, food buying, transportation, and some campus needs such as photocopying, stationery, printing, and many else of tuitions in campus. I also have to strive to get scholarships or participated in competitions to get money prizes in order to get additional money for 1 month. And also, I also established a mutual relationships with my friends in campus in aspect of academic matters, such as teaching them in several courses that I could afford, and even provide some notes before the exam period. The rewards I got from them were not in form of money, but a treat of meals or even transportation rides. The last thing that we should have to keep in mind is the main goal of wandering itself. When we feel bored, exhausted, hit by many problems, or hit by feeling of giving up, this main goal can help us to restore our motivation and enthusiasm to bounce back. I myself almost gave up in the process of my thesis working, but my main goal going to Surabaya is to get a bachelor degree on time. So the first motivation could give me could return my motivation and enthusiasm to finish my study on time. So for all of you guys who are wondering currently, please keep up your spirit, live the days optimistically to get a brighter future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dina Yanti Okasari Sinaga, for your performance. And would you mind to put your mask back on before we listen to the feedback from the judges? All right. Now, I would like to first invite the judges from Unilever, and this time I would like to invite Bu Asniati Lubis for a short feedback to Dina Yanti Okasari Sinaga. Hi, Bu Asniati Lubis. Seems like there is a technical difficulties. I would like to move to Miss Lisa first from SML1 to give the feedback this for Dina. Hi, Miss Lisa.
Yes, hello, Samas. Okay, hello, Dina. Good afternoon. Okay, well, so after listening from your speech, then I can know that how you are wonderful. You have passed a very, very wonderful moment, because meaning to say is like you dare to stay alone in the place that it might be feel this is the first time for you. There is no family, there is no friends, but you did it. I believe that we, all audiences that listens to your story, that we can learn something. So in here, thank you so much, Dina, for sharing this. Maybe then in the several things that I can give you some input for the future feedback. Do you know, I like these the 6 tips from you, especially for the last one. Remember the main goal, why you are here. This is can restore your motivations when you feel down and you would like to go home. So this is like the 6 tips. It's just so amazing to remind everyone. The second things like your personal story, you tell it from beginning until ending, and then you can conclude it with these 6 tips. It's just amazing. But I think who knows, you got an opportunity again to deliver a speech in everywhere. I think it might be a very nice if just now your openings it can relate as well. It's also to the audiences, not only because they ever stay in the foreign place alone. It maybe can be like this in the beginning if you can start with bang. So like, have you ever lived in a foreign place alone? It might be because you continue your study there. It might be because you married with someone you love in the place that you've never been there. It might be you pursuing your dreams somewhere else. If you ever feel in these conditions, then you feel wonder how you can survive alone there. I might be share my own story. There are 6 tips that I have did it. Then who knows this is can give insight to everyone. Then you can share about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you conclude it like, so ladies and gentlemen, if in the conditions that if you ever live in a foreign place alone, then you don't dare to do anything, or you feel curious, or you feel afraid, you feel like what we call is that not you feel insecure. Remember my 6 tips. Who knows, it's work for you because it worked for me. Because this 6 tips just amazing. You tell it's not only about what you can do, but you have did it like a family figure. Find a positive community. You remember the worship. Remember you manage your financial condition. The main goal why you are here. This is just amazing tips. So for me, I think if you can link it a bit, like the audience that I will feel stay in a foreign place alone, it might be great. This is for me, Dina. But thank you so much for sharing. I like the 6 tips. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. Now, I would like to invite the last judge for this afternoon so that we can listen what can be commented or what can be improved or what are the good points from Sir Nico Makmur. Hi, Sir Nico Makmur. Mr. Nico Makmur, would you mind to give some feedback to Dina?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Dina.
Hi, sir.
Listening to your speech is like reading a book titled The Guide to Living in Foreign Land. You know, it's just that complete and that detailed. And that was amazing. Now, I love it because it is very detailed. It consists of 6 things, 6 top things that everyone should prepare and everyone should have and everyone should know for those who live in foreign land. And I believe that most things have been covered by Lisa. There is only one thing that I can add up is on structurizing the delivery. Okay. Now, just now you divide it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you started with 1. The point is this, and then after that, explanations. 2, point explanations. 3, point explanations, and so on and so forth. My style would be a little bit more storytelling like. I would start with my journey on how I go to Surabaya. All right. And then after that, talk about what happened there. And then from that story, I conclude. So that is why, ladies and gentlemen, what you need is point number 1, blah, blah, blah. And then I will start with, so after that, what happens was I go to this, do this, and storytelling. And after that, conclude with another conclusion. So that, ladies and gentlemen, number 2 is you have to have this. So it is more story driven rather than point driven. And that might be a new aspect for you to try out if you have time to try it. And I believe that it might be more intriguing to the audience because people love story, right? I hope that helps, Dina. Back to Mesh.
Thank you, Sir Nico.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sir Nico, for your feedback as well. And I would like to congratulate Dina for your performance as well. This is the first time you performed and you have conquered your fear. I know that this is not easy. Going live is really, really difficult, especially if this is the first time for you. And I could see that you have prepared so well for this performance, and congratulations, you have made such a huge progress. Thank you so much. Yeah, you may now leave the stage, basically. Thank you, Tina. All right, everybody. This is, we are nearing the break. We are basically we are approaching the end of the first stage. Yeah, the first stage. We have two segments. This is the first segment, and we are going for a lunch break, and we'll come back at 2 p.m. later. So if you guys are curious about the performance of the people from Unilever, the participants from Unilever Oleochemical Indonesia, please tune in at 2 p.m. on the same YouTube channel. So this is the end of our first segment. We'll come back after lunch. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you in the next 1.5 hours.